We turn now to some new developments tonight involving Brian Laundrie, the sole person of interest in the death of his girlfriend, Gabby Petito. Months after he was found dead in a swampy Florida reserve, there are still so many unresolved questions in the push for justice for Gabby. And tonight, we have learned that Brian's parents are now trying to get their son's personal belongings from the FBI, and that includes that notebook that was found near his body in that swampy Florida reserve. Investigators say Brian died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. His remains were found a month later following a massive nationwide manhunt. Correspondent Brian Entin has been on this case since the very beginning and joins us live tonight with some new details on the parents' now push for access to Brian's estate. So, Brian, what does that estate include?
Well, it's interesting, Marnie, this entire case, because it's gone quiet for so long, but then all of a sudden these little tidbits will come out. And this is one of those little tidbits that we learned about today. The Laundrie family attorney confirming that they are now trying to get the notebook, as you mentioned, that belonged to Brian as part of this estate process. Mr. Bertolino described it to me as the formal proceeding to administer the estate. Because Brian Laundrie didn't have a will, he says that the family has to go through this process. In addition to the notebook, we have learned in court paperwork that the family says Brian Laundrie had about $20,000 in a checking and savings account that the parents are also now going after.
We're not just talking about the Laundries, Brian. I do understand the Petito family has filed a motion as part of the estate or regarding the estate. What more can you share on that?
Yeah, Mr. Bertolino, again, the Laundrie family attorney told us that Gabby Petito's mother, Nichole, is also going through the process of trying to get Gabby's belongings, including some of Gabby's belongings that still remain in the Laundrie family home in Northport. It's sort of interesting that all of this has to happen through these legal channels. You would think that Brian Laundrie's parents could just hand over these belongings, but obviously we know this is a very complicated situation.
Well, and Brian, you mentioned this earlier. It's not in the headlines anymore like it was. The curiosity has died down a little bit, but there are still a lot of people who are relentless in terms of wanting answers. We want answers just as so many others do. In terms of the Laundrie's activities in their Florida home, do we know anything about their whereabouts, what they've been doing? Have they been communicating with people? Are they back to work? Is life back to normal?
So, I mean, I don't think it'll ever be really normal in that neighborhood again. And you mentioned it. I mean, we are relentless. Obviously, there's just not enough new information to be doing the stories every day anymore, every week. But behind the scenes, we're digging constantly because there are so many unanswered questions. In terms of the Laundrie family home in Northport, we know they still live there. There was a rumor for a while that it was for sale. Mr. Bertolino said that was not true. I've been in touch with the neighbors quite frequently. They say, you know, it is sort of an awkward situation now. People used to communicate with the Laundries. It was friendly before all of this. Now, basically, all of the neighbors just ignore them as this investigation still continues behind the scenes.
Well, and I'm just curious when we're going to hear from the FBI, from investigators releasing any of this information. I mean, they still have a lot of evidence. They have the van. They have other things that they confiscated from the house. So in terms of that evidence, where is it? When will it be released? Who's going to get it?
Well, the van, we know at one point it was in Northport at Northport Police Headquarters, but it was towed to an undisclosed location, and it is now in the FBI custody. And again, there is this ongoing investigation behind the scenes, and we know it's ongoing because the FBI says it's still happening behind the scenes, and they haven't given us a conclusion. They have never formally connected Brian Laundrie to the death of Gabby Petito. So we still expect there will be some kind of final report at some point. And it's interesting when we also try to get new information from Northport Police, they also confirm that they can't talk because this FBI investigation is still ongoing.
Brian, people at home and on social media are interested in this. We asked for some questions at home. I want to throw some of those at you right now from P. Lynn on Twitter. They say, why is it taking so long to tell us what the notebook says? And I had that same question, too. I mean, it's a notebook. Why aren't they releasing that?
Yeah, listen, I have the same question, too. We all want to know what's in it. We know that there's something in it that they were able to gather despite it being wet and in the swamp for quite some time. We've confirmed that through investigators, but exactly what is in the notebook, we still don't know. It's certainly interesting that they're still not telling us. And the timing is interesting now that the Laundrie parents are trying to get that notebook back.
Right. Yeah, it's the big question. All right, Summer Star wants to know, when will we find out and when will this case be closed? You alluded to this, but are you getting any indications from authorities in terms of when they'll release something?
Gosh, I wish I had like an answer for everyone, but we just don't know at this point. That's the bottom line. FBI says it's still ongoing, and there's no way to tell for sure.
Brian, before I let you go, I know we've been waiting to hear from Moab police. You've been in contact with them about that traffic stop that happened in Utah the last time many saw Gabby alive. What's the update?
Yeah, so the traffic stop, August 12th, we all saw the video with Gabby and Brian when they were stopped by Moab police officers. We were expecting to get a report from Moab this week. They had an outside agency review the traffic stop to determine whether the officers handled the situation correctly. We expected something new on that this week. We're being told now that likely won't come out until next week.
Little details being released, but justice for Gabby relentless. Brian, appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.